The sun sets once again over an undiscovered world of serene tranquility. It is a magical area of unexpected colors and diversity, a region of contrasts. It is the small things in this region that shape your day and sharpen all the senses. Welcome to the South African West Coast and relish the charm of its colorful people. Stretching over 400 kilometers from north to south, the region and its people offer the visitor a surprising variety of travel experiences and equally astonishing destinations. These destinations include the beautiful and at times most desolate coastal region with its magnificent lagoon and numerous small fishing villages, wheat fields, olives and vineyards of the Swartland, as well as citrus, a variety of fruit, and export flower farms in the Berg River area will always welcome you. Then there is also the wine of the Olifantsrivier Valley, rooibos tea plantations, and the spectacular Cederberg, which lures you into the arid beauty of the Namakwaland and Knaresvlakte. The people, much like the natural environment here, are unique and charming. There is a warm, friendly and extremely humorous element to their culture. They are strong, proud and respectful of land and sea. For most, the Atlantic Ocean is the main source of provision and the very reason for their living. Every day they wrestle the elements of nature to bring home the precious prize the icy blue water has to offer. At the little coastal town of Veldrift, one can see row upon row of stalls displaying the fishermen's hung lines of bokkums. Only a marginal profit is made from the sales of this indigenous delicacy. The bokkum is an excellent source of protein and forms the foundation of the diet amongst the local fishing communities. Commercial fishing is another major industry in this part of South Africa, and large fish processing plants are located all along the west coast. Some of the fish processing factories can be visited, and one can see a wide selection of products for industrial as well as domestic use being processed here. The crayfish industry along the South African west coast explosively progressed from its infant stages into a much sought-after industry. Extraction of west coast crayfish from the Atlantic's rocky floor is strictly regulated, and as a result, the crayfish life cycle was extended significantly in this region. The consumption of its delectably tender meat will therefore be secured for many generations to come. Mussel and oyster farms are also found in and around Saldanha Bay. Skaafsma charters provide educational boat trips to these mussel farms. It is mostly the common blue mussel which is artificially produced by these farming enterprises. On one of these boat trips, one stands a good chance to spot a school of dolphins playing in front of the boat. And if you're lucky, some of the many migrating whales can be seen, visiting these coastal waters annually from July to December. Moving inland, one finds a belt of fascinating sandstone mountains, which are home to spectacular rock formations and precious bushman paintings. Waterfalls and clear mountain pools provide a peaceful oasis which complete the scene. The Cederberg Wilderness area offers nature lovers face-to-face encounters with rugged beauty. Bizarre rock formations, created by wind erosion over the years, were often named by passing adventure seekers and hikers. Soldatkop, the Maltese Cross, Wolfberg Arch, and the Stadsal Caves, with its changing colors, are some of the remarkable formations found here. Visitors will leave this area with unforgettable memories of the breathtaking, ever-changing colors, waterfalls, and clear mountain streams. The rare and beautiful fynbos, well-preserved rock paintings, and especially the silence of the ever-clear blue skies will create long-lasting impressions. The scenic Cederberg mountain range is also the indigenous home to rooibos plantations. Cultivated plantations are also found on many farms situated around the mountains of this region. Rooibos tea is regarded as nature's gift to these parts. On a visit to one of these farms, drying and processing of rooibos tea can be observed. The enjoyment of rooibos tea's infused end product will enrich your travel experience. The production of wine is always a matter of pride and tradition throughout the world, and South Africa is no exception. In the Swartland and Olifants Valley, it is believed that the locally produced wine of the West Coast region is some of the best in the world. Grapes with sought-after characteristics are cultivated here in a relatively confined geographical space. Furthermore, the presence of first-class irrigation schemes provide year-round availability of water. These water schemes, together with the mild climate of the region, enable fruit and vegetable cultivation on a large scale. Near Leopoldville, tourists can visit an example of a wildflower farm. Most of the flowers grown on these farms are protected species and unique only to the Western Cape and West Coast. The result is that the flowers are sought after in many parts of the world, and therefore the focus of these farms is mainly on export markets. A cacti and succulent nursery in Van Reinsdorp is definitely worth a visit and should be a must-see event. It is one of the largest nurseries of its kind in the world and has won international fame for its preservation of rare and endangered plant species. The Swartland area is situated south of the Cederberg and is also well known for its variety of agricultural products and natural pastures that offer the traveller a kaleidoscope of different landscapes. The towns in this area are known for their characteristic Swartland architecture, with many churches, restaurants, guest houses and museums that provide good examples of this integral building style. The fruitful Olifants River Valley is the hub of the Western Cape's citrus industry. The exceptionally good quality citrus found here is ideal for export markets. Large packing and sorting facilities can be visited in Citrusdal. Only a few kilometers outside Citrusdal, natural hot spring water pulsates from the Earth's crust. It is known for its cleansing properties. It has revitalized many a visitor's body and soul. The weary are invited to soak up nature's own remedy for relief of the strains of modern society. Annually, thousands of people flock to the West Coast for one of Mother Nature's highlights on the natural calendar. Nature gracefully turns the stark, dry landscape into a spectacular burst of colors. Millions of flowers awaken from their winter slumber, adorned in an array of colors to dazzle the spectator. This pictorial performance is simplistic, breathtaking, and inspiring. Man and beast alike celebrate this miraculous occasion. The West Coast region is a haven for fauna and flora and is part of the conservation network of the National Parks Board of South Africa. The diversity of species, which can be found in several game parks and private game farms of this region, is hard to find anywhere else. Among the diverse species of fynbos dwell a variety of animals such as eland, zebra, springbok, bontebok, and gemsbok. Visiting the fossil sites of the West Coast will take one back in time, between 2 and 10 million years ago. This is an opportunity to explore prehistoric findings, which nature preserved in order for us to learn how mankind and its surroundings evolved. These sites are a vital piece of global heritage that may help future generations to coexist with nature in a closer, more balanced harmony. Still in the past, we invite you to exhibitions of preserved rock paintings, which were painted by the ancestors of the San. These exhibitions' elementary beauty and its elementary form of communication cannot be duplicated or be displayed by any modern-day gallery. These artworks are thousands of years old and can be found all over the West Coast region. In contrast to these natural rock shelters, we cross over to modern man-made attractions. Club Mykonos is situated close to Langebaan. The complex houses a casino and an array of restaurants and bars where friends and family can socialize deep into the night. And the customary breaking of plates proves to be a great source of stress relief. The West Coast is widely known for its variety of mouth-watering seafood cuisine, and the Gourmet Trail is dispersed amongst the entire length and breadth of the region. West Coast dining is, however, best enjoyed in open-air restaurants, of which a few can be found at Langebaan and Lambert's Bay. Here, one can experience a typical West Coast braai or barbecue, where the menu will consist of snoek, parched over simmering coals with a spot of apricot jam, steamed mussels in a garlic butter and white wine sauce, crayfish roasted to perfection, and sweet potatoes coated with salted butter. For those who do not fancy delicacies from the ocean, there is the traditional spit braai and other gourmet meat dishes to enjoy. To complete this unique mouth-watering menu, an excellent selection of South African wines is always close at hand. The recreational side of West Coast life is just as impressive as the environment itself, and the list of activities is endless. For those who thrive on adrenaline, the Langebaan Lagoon and other coastal towns offer many types of water sports, ranging from kite surfing, water skiing, scuba diving, windsurfing, and much more. Horse riding against the awesome backdrop of breaking waves will have a therapeutic effect on any weary soul, and one can always swap surface for sky by enjoying early morning cruises in a microlight aircraft. Numerous 4x4 trails all over the West Coast region will have your adrenaline pumping and your excitement levels soar. There are also many facilities for those who fancy quad bikes, and mountain bike routes are also in ample supply. The Langebaan Lagoon is a strikingly rich and diverse ecosystem and is internationally known for its variety of birds. The lagoon is of international ornithological importance due to the large number of migrating waders that utilize it at various times of the year. A definite visit for bird lovers is the famous Bird Island at Lambert's Bay, which harbours the most accessible gannet colony in the world. Penguins visiting the island during their mating season can also be observed in large numbers. A reverted route of Christian mission stations can be followed on the west coast, where interesting, quaint villages were established many years ago. Goedverwacht is a Moravian mission station situated near Piketberg, which was established in 1881. The church and parsonage were built by the villagers and are constructed of local stone. Wuppertal is another mission station situated in the remote Tra Valley on the edge of the Cederberg Wilderness area. The town dates back to 1830 and was established by German Rhenish missionaries. Grandfather of the famous South African poet Louis Leipold was one of these German missionaries. A shoe factory was established by Leipold to create jobs and is still in operation today. This craft has been passed down from father to son, and the workers currently employed at the factory are fourth-generation shoemakers. The wonderful water activities, awesome 4x4 routes and hiking trails, the scrumptious seafood and other delicacies alongside distinctive wines and the abundance of fruit are all magnets, drawing the visitor back to the West Coast again and again. More and more people are starting to discover this region of contrast and beauty. The solitude, wide open spaces, and dramatic contrasts of the West Coast can be found nowhere else. And who cannot be enticed when she casts off her dry and dusty cloak to reveal fields of gentle green and the fairest face of countless flowers? How can you not fall for a place that offers all this and so much more?